don't change, only don't snooze. If you drink,
Yo, what up, world? You already know it's your boy Megastar, CEO of Loud Money Music Group, most active independent label in the city of Chicago. Welcome to Vibe Check. You already know. Follow us on Instagram at VibeCheck24. You can follow me on Instagram at The Real Megastar 2414. My lovely co-host Chanel Ellis is not in the building today, but she will be back next week. You know what I'm saying? But I believe she's going to call in and ask some questions. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. Today's guest on the show is Calvin T. Holloway. He has a play called And Chosen Entertainment Presents When Loving You Is Hurting Me. It is June 27th, 2026, of course, 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. Freedom Hall and Nathan Manilow Theater, 410 Lakewood Boulevard, Park Forest. It's going down. It's going to be really, 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 really crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let me see as well as, okay, same thing. I had two flyers of the same thing. But we're going to talk to Mr. Holloway and, get some insight on the play. As well, shout out to my man Dreadhead Cowboy. You know what I'm saying? It's going down celebrity basketball game, fundraiser celebrity basketball game, and it's going down at the Salvation Army. It was at 945 West 69th Street, Chicago, Illinois. I believe the date is June 7th. It's going down. He got some heavies in the building, man. Stunt Taylor going to be in the building. I see Stacey Elliott, my man D-Lo, and of course HMG L Hitter is going to be in the building, along with some dope comedians, man. Mike Samp, Boom Too Funny. Oh man, John Blue and R&B side gonna be in the building. Ben One, really Doc. Hey, it's gonna be really, really crazy. So make sure y'all support that. And another play this Saturday, it's going down. When You Cry, I Cry. Bear witness to Black excellence. You know what I'm saying? Starring Queen Khadijah, George Wilburn, Tony Terry, Christopher Williams, and Corey Bailey. Special guest Jesse Campbell was going down Saturday, April 25th, and that is at the Greenwood Oasis Theater, 7621 South Greenwood Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. And shout out to my man Leslie the Prince. He's going to be in the play as well. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys that's tuning in with us today on Intellectual Radio. Definitely getting busy and keeping you guys informed on news, entertainment, everything that's going around the city and beyond. As well, I'm going to tell you about a few more events. May 8th is going down at the Loft. Pretty P from the Zeus Baddies is going to be hosting an event. Shout out to my man Bankroll. It's going down. I will be hosting, of course, you know what I'm saying, along with a few others. And it's also a birthday bash. Everybody knows I'm a Taurus. My birthday is the 14th, but Bankroll invited me out. So we're going to, you know what I'm saying, do something big that day. And shout out to Trapper Red. Happy birthday to her, too. She's going to be in the building as well. And again, that is going down at the Loft May 8th, Friday, May 8th, 10 p.m. to 3 a.m., 752 Broadway. It's going down. Let me see. It's some more events that's going down as well. July 16th to the 20th. Shout out to the Fleet DJs, of course. The entire Fleet DJs is going down. The Fleet DJs Music Conference is going to be crazy. July 16th through the 20th. In Jacksonville, Florida. It's going to be crazy. And myself, DJ Cat X and DJ Double XL will be hosting the sound stage. Loud Money is going to have a heavy presence in Jacksonville, Florida. Chanel Ellis will be blessing the stage. Tony Tajay is going to be killing it. My man Sal is going to be killing it. You know what I'm saying? And I believe a few others is going to be checking in as well in the Fleet Conference. But I also write for Straight Official Magazine and the Fleet Mag. Man, make sure you guys check out these online publications. The hottest online hip-hop publications out, keeping you guys informed with everything that's going on in the industry. Shout out to my man Shondell, and he got the whole team with him, man. It's the Show Love Unity at Simeon Alumni Village is going down. It's going to be real crazy. That is June 7th, 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. Loud Money Music Group recording artist Miss Fola will be blessing the stage, getting it in. Oh, man, Money Mayha going to be in the building. Of course, Mario Bars, K Caesar on the ones and twos. You know what I'm saying? Shauna in the building. So make sure you guys are getting tuned in that. And also August 29th, Shondell again, iconic, celebrating 20 years of radio. Super crazy. Credit Union one. Man, icon concert. Look, man, E40, Memphis Bleak, Jewel Santana, Benny Siegel, Do or Die, Mario Bars. Oh man, it's gonna be crazy. Make sure y'all get a ticket and support that. Support that. Support that. So shout out to the mayor of Chicago Radio as well. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. August 1st is going down. Outside show, Base Camp 5750, Lakeside Drive, Lyle, Illinois. Rick Ross and friends. Afterlife presents. It's going down, man. Rick Ross, super crazy. Hosted by the OG Megastar. You know what I'm saying? The team will be in the building. It's going to be really crazy. August 1st, get your tickets. Go to my site, megastar2414.com. Go to my site, get your tickets, get your tickets. Okay, now we're going to jump ahead. May 21st, live in concert, Roscoe Dash, Afterlife Presents. It's going down at the Hobart Theater in Hobart, Indiana. Make sure you get your tickets. Again, go on my website, megastar2414.com, and get your tickets to these wonderful concerts, these wonderful shows. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Custom Print, one of the sponsors of the show, of course. Custom Print Now Inc. 5834 West Grand, Chicago, Illinois, 60639. Hey, if you think it, we print it. Shout out to El Chapo Magic. It's going down for sure. On top of that, again, shout out to the Fleet DJs. Shout out to my man El Hitter, HMG. He just had a big show this past Sunday out in Minnesota. You know, it was real crazy. He did his thing. It was a delay with the mixtape. You know, it's being distributed through Rock Nation. It was a little delay, but we got everything back going. You know what I'm saying? The system is back going. So the mixtape Meet the Sniper will be out in just a matter of days. And also, shout out to my man Tashawn HQ, new release under Empire. It's going down. It's called They Clone HQ. Make sure you guys support that. Rayo the G got a new single out, Big Row. Man, make sure you support that. Tony Tajay, pull up. It's crazy. It's going down. It's out all platforms. Make sure you guys support that. Chanel Ellis is dropping. Into You. It drops May 14th, which is my birthday, by the way. Wow. And it's going down May 14th. Into You. Video coming soon and all that good stuff. And yo, City Girl Hustlers is going crazy. You know, catch them at a venue near you. You know what I'm saying? And yo, shout out to Trapper Red, the big trapper. She had an event this past weekend. It was really crazy. Shout out to all the artists that blessed the stage. I was checking everything out. The artists, you know, the footage that I was able to see, everybody did their thing. You know, it was real crazy. Everybody did their thing. Yeah, everybody did their thing. It was crazy. It was crazy. A lot of stuff went down. You know what I'm saying? That's that's I don't know. It's just amazing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me get some shout outs, man. Let me get some shout outs. Okay, Chanel Ellis, I see you checking in. What up? What up? What up? Hey, mom, bro. What up? What up? What up? I see you, Queen. I see you checking in. Um, I see you. I see you. I see you, Stephanie, checking in. What up? What up? What up? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know it's a lot of things going on. Y'all could be doing a whole lot of other things tonight. But hey, y'all tuning in with the OG, and again, I appreciate that. And it's definitely going down. Make sure you guys are supporting all the events. You know what I'm saying, that is being talked about, because there's a lot going on in the city. I got my man, I got my man Earl in the building. You know, he's keeping everything funky, you know, in the background, making it happen. And yo, I got to give a shout out to Shade. It's going down May 30th. Reggae night, food, music, gifts, games. Going down to Joe's Bar and Grill, DJ Cornbread, DJ Damon. Make sure you guys in the building. $20 entry includes plus one. Artists, make sure you book your slots. Also, May 16th, Rail Carter from Rock Nation will be in the city. And yo, we doing some things. You know, it's one-on-ones. You want to sit down with Rail Carter? No contest, no judges. You get to perform and you get to have a one-on-one in hopes in getting some, not just Rock Nation distribution, you know, but Rock Nation distribution with marketing and funding. You know, when I acquired Rock Nation distribution, I had the distribution before it went public. Before it went public, you know, now artists could just go straight to, you know, Rock Nation and, you know, acquire the link and go through the proper steps and get under that umbrella. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of mainstream labels that's giving independent artists access to distribution. If you just prepared to give away 15 to 20%, and you do have and you got a budget that you can actually put into the music to make the record jump, hey, it's a good thing. But no matter what, if it's a major label distribution, or if it's TuneCore, United Masters, DistroKid, CD Baby, it could be Jesus Christ distribution. If you have no money to invest, if you have no budget, the music is just going to stay there. Nothing is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Let's jump right in it real fast into some hip hop news. Wow. Okay. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 13 is coming back. Just to give you a little insight on what's going on with that, Rennie opens up on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta about Black Zach's shocking racketeering and murder for hire charges that carries the death penalty. Wow. So if you want to, find out more about that story, make sure you tune in. Why do all these why these rappers and entertainers catch it? What? I don't get it either, man. You get blessed and put in position, and man, this is, what I'm saying. These are things that happens. It is crazy. I don't get it either. But also in more hip hop news, Trick Daddy says he won't date women over 40. Sparks a debate online. He said, "I want a nice young tender something. I ain't going past 40." Well, people got their preference. Um, he sounds a little bit harsh, but you never know what somebody gonna find love. Yeah, as long as they're over 21. You're absolutely right. Definitely, as long as they're over 21. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But in the article, he's just saying, women 40 and up, they come with a lot of baggage. Everybody got a history. You 40 years old, yeah, you've been through some things, But he was just saying he didn't want to, deal with that side. But I think it's a lot of women out here over 40 that got it together, but for whatever reason, they're single or whatever. I mean, you don't know where you're gonna find love.
But
I
most
don't
women
know.
over 40 are already in a relationship. They already got somebody.
They already got somebody.
Yeah, ain't a whole bunch of single 40-year-olds.
No, they're not. Even if they're not in a relationship, they got somebody.
But they got 12 kids.
Yeah. 12 kids, Earl? He said 12?
5.
Yeah.
Too many.
5-piece spicy. Yeah, but nobody's trying to, especially if you, got all your ish together. And, you're definitely not looking for a 40-year-old woman with 5 kids. And, you have how you do. But love finds everybody somewhere. You never know. In more hip hop news, Exhibit reveals a $1.3 million tax debit amid divorce battle. Wow. Okay. What? I don't know. That's a lot of money for a divorce. What?
That's a hell of a lot. Hell of a lot.
Yeah, hell of a lot for a divorce. I mean, but look at Jeff Bezos. Look how much he gave his ex-wife, like $500 million or some stuff like that.
Well, it's okay if he got 20 billion.
You know what? You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Jumping into some more news, man. The big dog Paul Pierce admits paternity, seeks joint custody in ongoing legal dispute. He admits he's the father of the 2-month-old baby, Rafael Santiago Pierce. It was a little shaky in the beginning. You deal with these women, they get pregnant, you be like, no, they mad. You must have been with somebody else. But he took accountability. And, shout out to Paul Pierce, taking accountability and taking care of his seed, of course. In more hip hop news, man accused of killing Big Boy's uncle denied bail in Atlanta case. Yeah, Big Boy from Outkast lost his uncle, and the gentleman that committed the murder, he got arrested, and he was denied bail. So prayer goes out to Big Boy and his family and everything that's going on with that, and they got dude locked up, so he's not getting out. He's not getting out. If anybody's familiar with Chloe Bailey, she claps back at a hater who says she's not a bad bitch. Bailey is making it clear that she can be both. I don't understand, Earl. I need you to chime in on this. Why would that hurt a female feelings if another female tell a female she's not a bad bi?
To each his own, man. You can't, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, and
Something
some
like
don't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my woman,
Right.
you can't call her that.
Right. It's going down, huh?
What about yours?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But the women do it. They do it with
For
each other.
all the time. Hey, it's
Yeah.
coming now.
Yeah, it is
No,
coming.
it's a compliment to them. I mean, I can't. I can't do it.
You can't do it.
Did you ever see that Key and Peele sketch where he said, "But you called her a bee," and then they kept hiding in trees? And did you ever see that?
No, you know what? I heard people, but see, I know what you're talking about because somebody else was telling me about it. That's what he was saying. Yeah, somebody else was telling me about that.
You called the bee right. He said, "Yeah," but he was whispering, hide from her.
Right. Hey, and if you guys want to chime in, 708-223-8953. Once again, 708-223-8953. In more hip-hop news, Lil Tay plays it cool on Offset shooting. Says he confused. During an interview with Billboard, Lil Tay said he is just as confused. That situation was crazy. They say Offset has a real bad gambling problem.
You got to be joking.
Yes, he has a gambling problem, and he owe a lot of money to certain individuals and haven't paid them. Like 8,000 here, 5,000
a lot of these cats, man. What I realized, a lot of these cats, man, they have talent, but they just ain't ready though. They just ain't ready.
They just ain't ready.
They just ain't ready. They got the talent, but they just ain't ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's when you fall in between the cracks.
Yeah. Well, in more news, check this out. I know all the ladies is getting ready. Chris Brown and Usher doing a concert. Man, they're gonna make so much money.
How much are the tickets though, man?
Beyonce prices probably, but whatever those tickets are, Earl, they're gonna get bought. Men and women, because the women gonna buy them and the men gonna buy them because they want to be where the women at. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's dope. Two iconic figures.
I wonder if Chris gonna snatch somebody out the crowd like he did last time.
He's gonna
remember that?
He's gonna do it, and these women
with the cherry.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Oh yeah. Well, that's part. They sing ballads, man. They got to make it sexy. All I'm saying is, don't be that guy in the front with your lady, because.
Well, how would you feel if that happened to you?
You know what? It's entertainment.
If he snatched up your lady, they bust a little slob right there in front of you.
She got to entertain that though. You know what I'm saying? If she entertains the whole slobbing process in front of me, I mean, man, we're going to talk about that later, but I don't want to be that guy. Because I don't know, because if Jennifer Lopez or something snatched me up,
right, you going
trying to stick a tongue in my mouth, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. It's all entertainment. All right, but check this out, y'all. We're going to take a commercial break. And Calvin T. Holloway is up next. And we're going to talk about the big play. This is Vibe Check, Intellectual Radio. Shout out to Chanel Ellis. You already know we're in the building. Yo, Earl, you crazy.
Okay. Let's go. Stack money successfully. Women want to get next to me. Numbers don't lie, and I watch her count it carefully. CEO positions do business with opposition. My situation is exquisite. My mission is in the kitchen. Birds fly south cause it's hot in the winter. Game too advanced to be played by beginners. Got a cold heart like the month of December. Chickens on the table like a serving dinner. All white tee, 12 racks in my pocket. Flash that bread to quit saying stop it. Ice on the face so you know I had to cop it. And she's trying to figure out why she not shopping. Huh? The block made me a thousandaire. The block is cool, but it's a lot of cowards there. The block is hot, but it can get quite cold there. And I'm known in the hood, cause I'm heavy. This is how we hang in Inglewood. Slang in Inglewood, gang bang in Inglewood. Do our thing in Inglewood. This is my hood, this is my hood. This is my hood, this is my hood. This is how we hang in Inglewood. Slang in Inglewood, gang bang in Inglewood. Do our thing in Inglewood. This is my hood, this is my hood. This is my hood, this is my hood. I spit this shit for my niggas who flip bricks. For my niggas out of town who transport this shit. For my niggas in the kitchen who mix and cook this shit. For my shorties on the block all day getting rich. The game don't change, only dude don't snooze. If you drink, learn to handle your booze. I smoked out in Cali, partied out in Miami. Had sex with plenty women that claimed they couldn't stand me. I got rich with that sold big cane. Changed the game, but I won't say any names. But I can tell you what a beard is like. I can tell you what serving these heights is like. I can tell you what being in a gunfight is like. I can tell you some other bogus shit in my life. I can tell you what murk is like when you're behind the trigger and it's you that's about to pop that. This is how we hang in Inglewood. Slang in Inglewood, gang bang in Inglewood. Do our thing in Inglewood. This my hood. This is my hood. This is my hood. This is my hood. This is how we hang in Inglewood, slang in Inglewood, gang bang in Inglewood, do our thing in Inglewood. This is my hood. This is my hood. This is my hood. This is my hood.
What up, world? We are back. You already know what it is. It's Vibe Check. Follow us on Instagram at VibeCheck24. You can follow me on Instagram at The Real Megastar 2414. You can follow Chanel Ellis on Instagram at Chanel Ellis 552. Without no further ado, I have my guest in the building, Mr. Calvin T. Holloway. Mr. Holloway, can you please tell all the Vibe Checkers who you are, your social media, and how they can get in tune with you?
Yes, hi. First of all, thank you so much for the opportunity. I do appreciate it. My name is Calvin Holloway. I am the founder, director, and writer for Called and Chosen Entertainment. I am. You can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me on Instagram under Calvin Holloway, and yes, we're definitely looking forward to making sure this production reaches everybody it needs to reach. So yeah, you can definitely reach me again at Calvin Holloway on Facebook as well as Instagram.
Okay, let's talk about it. When loving you is hurting me.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about that title, man.
So this production is a sequel to a production we did on last year. The production we did last year dealt with suicide awareness.
Okay.
And how I got that, it was called Silent Tears. And how I got that one is because I was going through social media and I got tired of seeing untimely. Well, I got tired of seeing deaths.
Okay.
By young people that felt like death was the only way out.
Right.
And so what I did was I wrote a show to tell them that there's another way. There's another option. Mm-hmm. And so from there was a gentleman on that show named Damien who shot himself in the show, but he also talked his friend out of suicide, committing suicide. And this show is his story 7 years later, 8 years later.
Because I was going to ask you what actually inspired you to direct this specific play and why now?
So I think that it was time.
Mm-hmm.
It was time because, like I said, all I kept seeing was deaths. My sister is she has a dance team, and one of her young people actually committed suicide at 12. They found her dead in the bathroom, and all of her siblings now are suicidal.
Really?
Yeah, all of them are suicidal.
So that's real, man?
It's real. Is real. And when I did research, I realized that suicide reaches ages from 11 all the way up until 40. And so I did not know that it was that deep until I actually did the show. And I had people come back to me telling me, hey, police officers, fire departments, firefighters, the schools, they need to see this show. And so that's how I got that. And then from there, I got When Loving You Is Hurting Me, which is a different form of mental illness. This one is about schizophrenia and borderline personality disorder.
Okay.
And it's basically telling us as a people, not even just Black people, not just white people, it's telling us as a people that we need help. Mental illness is real out here and we need help. If you have it or you're dealing with it, because if it's untreated, you can hurt people. And you don't realize that you're hurting people. This gentleman is actually blanking out or blacking out, and he's not realizing that he's hurting his family. He's not realizing he's hurting his girl. He's not realizing he's hurting his baby, and he's actually blacking out at times and not realizing he's blacking out. And he's coming home bloody. He's coming home in handcuffs, and he has no idea what's happening because of mental illness. And I thought that this was like just a fantasy until I ran across people that said, hey, this is real. So and people's like, this is dark. It's actually not dark. This is actually lighter side of mental illness.
Like just with the research you've done and the people you talk to, when you say suicidal, like how do these people explain the feeling or the thought process of taking themselves out, whether if it's by gun, hanging, like what is that thought process like, from the information that you received from these people that's suffering with this?
Well, people are saying I just need a way out. They can't explain.
And death is the way out?
And death is the way out. If you look at this generation, honestly, they feel like death is the way out. And actually, even YouTube is teaching them how to cut. Yeah. If that's why we, like my 7-year-old, we had to ban him off YouTube because they're teaching them how to cut. They're teaching them how to cut to the point where you're not killing yourself, but you're just getting relief.
Are you?
Yes.
Wait a minute. What is the psychological thing for that? Like,
They don't. It's not even like they're thinking about it. They just feel like my parents at home. They're saying something I don't want to hear. I'm right, they're wrong, and so I just need some type of relief. And to stop from dealing with the pain, they just cut.
Wow.
They just cut. And they're not only just cutting their wrists, they're cutting their knees, they're cutting their legs, they're cutting different places that it's told to them that you can do without killing yourself, without actually dying. And this is what YouTube is teaching people. Even if you go on ChatGPT to tell them your family don't love you. I'm the only one that loves you. So come with me and die with me. Yeah. Oh, yes. So it's a lot of things out here that's encouraging people to do these options. And when you look at that particular show started off with a counseling session for the family.
Mhm.
And I mean, even I was talking to my wife and I said that my niece got a chance to see that for the first time. And she was like, oh my God, we need help. And that's the thing, is you want to get people to the point that they're realizing I need help.
But saying you want the pain to stop by any means necessary, they know, I mean, psychologically, they know if they like kill themselves, it's like over with.
Mm-hmm. But they're not thinking about it at the time. They're not. They're thinking about, I just want a way out. My family, my mom is not saying what I want to say. Because they don't realize that somebody out there is worse than them, and so they're saying, I need to get out of the situation the best way I can. And so instead of saying, hey, you know what, I can go to Lord Wacker Drive and see someone that's worse than me, they're saying, no, I am the worst. So in order for me to do that, in order for me to rectify that, I just need to die. Wow. And they also say that that's if heavy. I die, then it's going to hurt. Everybody is going to be hurt by it. And what is they're going to feel? Oh, you know, I mean, it's just things like that. They don't care about what they're leaving behind. They don't care about the family and friends they're leaving behind. They want to hurt the person who they feel like is hurting them.
Is it? Have anyone projected the fear of killing themselves?
No, they don't care about fear, because people like YouTube tells them don't fear. ChatGPT says don't fear. ChatGPT says do it.
Okay, no. Okay, now let's get back to that. The social media sites,
yes,
that our kids have access to, can literally pull up situations,
yes,
that will
show them. It will show them. They have videos out there that show you how to actually do it.
Wow.
Yes. And so that's why we even encourage parents to monitor what your children are watching.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I guess we just be so caught up, in our everyday lives, man, and not really knowing or paying attention to what's really going on around us. I mean, just having this conversation is really just opening up another whole dialogue.
Yes.
Pertaining to this situation, because it's not being talked about.
We even had a situation like with my son. He watched a cartoon, and I was in my office, and my wife was in her office, and her office is closer to his bedroom.
Okay.
He was watching a TV show that the young boy just kept saying, I hate myself. I hate my life. I hate myself. And if a child hears that enough, they'll just keep saying it, and they'll keep playing, I hate myself. I hate my life. And you got these other cartoons that are fruits, that you got adults that's talking through the fruits, and the child just see the fruit. Right. They see the cartoon, they don't see what's being said. Right. And so they say, oh, it's fruit, so I can do that. Oh, that's right. Because they're not saying anything wrong. It's cartoons. It's not cartoons like it was when we were younger. These are different types of cartoons.
This is really strategic what these people is putting out here.
Yes.
On television, or how we see things today digitally. Man, these kids really taking that in, and really, I can't even formulate the questions I want to ask, because I've never been up close and personal with a conversation, this deep, because I know this is real. And people are really, suffering from suicidal thoughts. Like I see, you watching something on TV and the commercial come on, and it's a medication, and one of the side effects is suicidal thoughts. I just don't get that.
Yeah. Yes. And then again, as people, we're scared of counseling. We're scared of therapy. We're scared of getting help.
I can admit this one thing. I'm one of them. Oh, counselor, we just do right. You know what? We know right from wrong. What, just explain to the vibe checkers, though, from your opinion, how do you think therapy really helps?
So prior to getting married, I was against therapy. I was.
Oh, you one of them too?
Oh yeah. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I said therapy won't fix me.
Okay.
And that's why I was like, it's not going to help me. It's not going to fix me. And I saw a movie, and I'm not going to talk about the movie, but I saw a movie that said that therapy is not to fix you. Therapy is to give you the tools to fix yourself. That's what therapy is. It wasn't until I actually started seeing a therapist on my own, and my therapist started dealing with my childhood. And I started to say, man, I got some issues. I got to fix these issues. And it started breaking me down, breaking my adult down from
Okay.
what was going on in my childhood.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. What sparked that for you to say, man, I got issues, especially being a man, and you're a husband, you're a father, you taking care of things, you got all this stuff going on.
So I'm gonna tell you what made me go is because in my life, little Calvin has been in his boat.
Okay.
And I don't let nobody else in his boat. So big Calvin has said, I'm not letting nobody hurt little Calvin.
Right.
And a counselor asked me, he said, so you won't even let your wife in the boat? I said, no, because she doesn't know how to take care of little Calvin like I know how to take care of little Calvin. And so when I started to realize how it was affecting my life, because I wouldn't let other people in this boat, I had to say, I need some help, because this little Calvin is stemming from the things that happened in my childhood. And we don't want to grow up. We want to keep that innocence from our childhood to be innocence. And I realize that there's hurt. And as long as we keep sweeping hurt under the table, you're never going to get better. So I had to tell myself, if you want to get better, you have to say, I need to do what it takes me to get better. I need to go find somebody. And one of the first things that I told the therapist, I said, I don't want to feel judged. That's the part that we don't want to. We the reason why we don't go in counseling, because we don't want to get judged. We don't want nobody to tell us the real truth. And so we won't go to counseling. But in reality, you're paying the counselor.
Yeah.
You are paying them to sit there and tell you what you need to know and not what you want to know. And my counselor told me, I'm not your friend. I'm not your parent. I'm not your sibling. I am the person that's here to help you. And if you want help, you're going to do what it takes to get better. You're going to do what it takes to get help. And if you want the help, you're going to help me help you. And that's why I went to counseling. I needed somebody to help Calvin.
Absolutely. And what was in you that snapped to say, hey, okay, I'm going to talk to this therapist and really see what's to it, being so dead against it and have your own, morals, values, principles that you live by, to sit across from another human being to tell you what's wrong with you?
Well, I told all my siblings we all need we all need counseling.
It's
Yeah.
the venting part of it, just somebody you can really just.
You know what it is, to be honest with you, is somebody who's not biased, somebody who's not knowing your situation, that you don't have to go to sleep and wake up to them. They're not your friends, they're not your family. So it's somebody that don't know you that you're able to talk to, that's there to say, I'm here for you.
But is it easier to talk to the therapist versus just having the uncomfortable conversation with your partner?
Yes.
It's because of is that because of the bias and the disagreements of two people?
It's easy because I got to wake up to her.
Okay.
I got to go to sleep to her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And even if it's not your spouse, it's your family. That's still your family, and we don't want to hurt. Well, some of us don't want to hurt.
Right.
We don't. Our goal is not to hurt somebody, and so what we do is we hold it in, and we don't talk about it until it gets too late. I call it the balloon mechanism. What we do is we just keep blowing into the balloon until it pop, and we don't realize that once it pop, now you hurting. Which, if you look at the title, When Loving You Is Hurting Me, we wait until the balloon pop, and then that's when we want to say, okay, now I want help. And sometimes by that time it's too late.
Now, when you finally said, okay, I need some help, what was your biggest challenge, and how did you overcome that?
Well, my biggest challenge is because I shut down. I shut down a lot, and I was at the point of popping.
I shut down.
Yes,
So
yeah. I was at the point of getting ready to pop, and then I had to tell myself, I said, before you get there, because you're about to hurt, you're about to harm. You know what I'm saying? And instead of actually lashing out, and instead of actually hurting and harming the people around you, maybe you should talk to someone about it. And my wife provided me a website, and I was able to go pick out what I wanted. I was able to pick out the characteristics and the qualities, and it gave me a list of people that I can choose from. And I actually had a one-on-one with the counselor. I said, that's my counselor. Because I was actually able to not only identify him as a man, as a black man, but I was able to say, hey, you know what? Some of the things that I'm dealing with, he can actually help me with. And I told him, I said, it's not my goal to sit here and actually just talk about my problems to you. I want you to challenge me. Challenge me. Make me want to get better. Make me want to be a better person. Yes, I can do that with my spouse, but guess what? She's gonna love me. He's not gonna love me.
Right. And you're not waking up to
and I'm
him.
not waking up to him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I had to have somebody that's gonna challenge you, and that's what counseling's supposed to be. If your counselor's not challenging you, then they're not a real good counselor.
Wow. And like let's go back to the research
Mhm.
that you said you did. How difficult was it for you just to hear a lot of those stories and identifying with some of the things that you may have heard?
So I was warded a state for a while
Hmm.
when I was younger, and so I understand suicidal thoughts because I had them.
Wow.
I did. I actually told God when I was in college, I told God I wanted to die. I was like, just kill me. I'm serious. I just want to die. I kept saying I want to die. I want to die. And the more I kept saying it, the weaker I got.
So you actually experienced it.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And the weaker I got, and it was I listened to a song. It was a gospel song. I listened to a song, and that's what kind of gave me my strength to say, you know what, you got to get up and you got to walk and you got to listen to yourself, because it's another way out. And then not only that, when I write, I try to go get people who actually know or know somebody in a situation that actually dealt with it. If I can, I'll tell about a young man who was in my production, and he told me, he said, I want to do this role justice. And he said, how can I talk somebody off the ledge and be able to do it effectively where people can feel? I said, do you know somebody who dealt with this? He said, yes, I know a family member who dealt with this. I said, talk to them when you're talking to him. And when he finished talking to them, he broke. He said, I understand now. And that's why I said, you have to put yourself in their shoes to see exactly what it is that a person is feeling in order to feel it. I'm not saying go commit suicide. I'm saying, but if you know how somebody's feeling, then you'll know how to help somebody. And we sometimes we lack empathy. We lack it.
Wow.
We lack it.
Now jumping back to the play,
Mhm.
you know, what was the approach for rehearsals for this, man? How did the castmen pull this off? Because when Loving You was hurting me, it's all in the title. So I know it's a lot of emotion. I'm sure in this play you're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry. You know, what was
So rehearsals
Yeah.
rehearsals were interesting. It was, our table reading was interesting because everybody was like, what?
Did everybody pull it off?
Yes,
Like,
yes, they
okay,
did. They did. But they was like, what? Because I don't do productions that are straight through. I do cliffhanger productions. I want you to think.
Right.
I'm never going to have you where you can figure it out in the middle of the play. I'm going to make you think about it. So when they looked at it, when they looked at it, they was like, wow. They said, this is interesting. They said, I didn't think you can top the suicide one, but they said, oh yeah, you topped it.
Wow.
But when and going through rehearsals with them, the hardest part is having people to stay in character.
Okay.
Because it's easy to break character, because either you're gonna laugh or you're gonna be like, "Whoo, that was kind of deep." You know, so that was kind of one of the hardest parts. Other than, of course, people coming to rehearsals and things of that nature, but coming into the actual rehearsal space, they were ready.
So everyone that's going to come and see this play and support this play, what do you want this audience to leave with?
I want us to leave with the thought that if we need help, go get help. Go get help. Mental illness is real. It's not anything to play with. If it's left untreated, you can wind up hurting the ones that you really, really love. You can wind up hurting your family. You can wind up hurting your spouse. And it cannot just be a physical, it cannot just be an emotional hurt. You can actually hurt somebody physically.
How does someone know they're mentally ill, though? How do you?
Well, I hate the word crazy because you'll get people to call you crazy, but a lot of times you get mental ill people.
What is the symptoms from that?
They don't know. They don't know. Some people are
Is it a behavior that you can see?
A lot of it is behavioral. A lot of it is behavioral. They don't know that they're doing it, that they're acting. Like I said, with this gentleman, he's doing things that he don't know that he's doing it. There's people around him calling him crazy. He crazy. Lock him up. He need to be in a padded room. That's how family treats you. That's how people around you treat you. But we don't want to say, hey, you know what? Let's go get him some help. Let's go get him some help the right way and not just talk about him. And so that's how you look at it. The symptoms are for schizophrenia and borderline personality disorder, you'll get people that talk to themselves. You'll get people that snap, like 1 minute they're Hercules, the next minute they're Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? And this is one person.
Now, you think this is hereditary, or is this something that, because this can be something that just develops?
Some of this is generational. Some of this happens. Your father had it, you have it, your child had it. Okay. So a lot of times, and in this case, it is family. It's generational. And so you have to look at your history. You have to look at your family history and see. But we also have to have conversations with our family and say, hey, you guys, let's be real about real life, because our families are don't ask, don't tell, or we don't want to talk about it until it's too late. So we really need to deal with it in our family and see what's wrong and what's going on with our family, so that way we can heal the family.
Do you feel that family can see the symptoms and behavior but choose to be quiet? And if so, why do you think they would do that, and with the seriousness of what it could be?
They would choose to be quiet, but they quiet because they don't want nobody to talk about the family. They don't want nobody to know that we have issues in our family. And when I
you say being judged,
they
being
would,
talked
yes,
about.
one of the things that I talked about in my last production, when I gave my remarks, I told everybody, I said, listen, you guys, if there's help out there, go get it. Go get it. Don't wait until something bad happens and then you say, oh my God, now we want to deal with it. No, deal with it when you see it's a problem. And that's what I want people to do. I want you to walk away and say, we as a family have issues. We got a problem. We need to fix it. Let's not just keep sweeping this under the rug. Let's fix it. Let's fix it now. Don't wait until 3 generations later when our children trying to figure it out and you got the people who knew died off. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. A lot of times you don't really know what's going on in your family until everybody die off. And now you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to piece it together.
Right.
Let's deal with it now while you got people who know what's the real problem.
Wow, that's amazing, and just putting out this type of content to bring this type of awareness. Again, what do you want people to take from this? Everybody that's coming to see this, what do you want them to take from this?
I want us as a people, as family, and let's just say we all family. I want us to say that if there's a problem, let's get help.
Let's get help.
Let's get help. Again, mental illness is real. It's nothing to play with. It's real out here.
It has to be real, because I asked you that question already. You said the same thing.
Exactly.
We have to ask for help.
We have to be willing to ask for help. We have to want to ask for help, and then we have to go seek the help that we need.
Hey man, yeah, I really appreciate you coming and sitting down with us.
Thank you.
I see the flyer.
Mhm.
Can you talk about some of the cast members? Can you name some of the cast members that's going
There you
on?
go. So
Okay.
we do have amazing cast. Jamal, I can't think of people. I'm sorry, I can't think of their last names right now. But this is his first time acting, and he's actually one of the main characters. You got Jamal, you have Janita, you have and if you go on my social media page, you'll get a chance to see all of them because they're all listed. But Jamal, Janita, Janice, you have John, you have a cast of 10 that's gonna bring this show and make this show happen for you. So please go on my social media page and you'll see it listed, and I guarantee you're gonna have a great show. You're gonna enjoy. You're gonna get your money's worth because they're gonna give you a show.
Is there any directors that inspired you, man, that you look at and say, hey, I can take a piece of this, take a piece of that. I like the way this person works. I like this style of writing. I like, those type of things.
My ultimate mentor in this is Tyler Perry, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
Not that I take his writing and use it, but I look at his story because it's not easy being a director. It's not easy being a writer. It's not easy putting productions on for people because you want people to come and see the shows, but sometimes people just don't show up. And he said that in his story that sometimes you don't get the turnout that you want. But he's one of the people, Spike Lee. Like I look at those type of directors and I look at them and say, you know what, if they can do it, I can too. And when I write so that way I can have people to identify. Right. I never want to write so you can say, oh, that was pretty, that was happily ever after. No, go look at Hallmark.
A person can actually see what you're saying.
Yes, I want you to identify with it. I want you to walk away and say, you know what, I felt that. I felt that. And so that's how I write. And so that's why you see these type of shows, is because I want people to identify with it. Right. I don't want to just walk away with a storyline.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Before I let you go, man, I want to ask you this one last question from your perspective. Why do you think most young Black directors give up before they blow up?
Because they don't have the support behind that they need. They don't.
Support could be a big thing.
Support is a really big thing. And I mean, we just talking about Black people, we don't support each other like we should. For real. And you get people that be like, you know what, this is hard. And you have so much competition out here. You got people that's better than other people, or they don't feel like their work is good enough to actually get out there. So it's hard. It's hard out there. When I first started, it was hard. I had to cast a 25 when I first started. And I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's challenging out here. But if you don't stick to it, if you don't stick with it, then you'll think that nobody's there for you.
Hey, you heard it from Mr. Holloway, Mr. Calvin T. Holloway. It is called When Loving You Is Hurting Me. Called and Chosen Entertainment presents. It's going down June 27th, 2026, 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. Freedom Hall and Nathan Manilow Theater, 410 Lakewood Boulevard, Park Forest, Illinois. Contact number 312-545-1984. Once again, contact number is 312-545-1984. Hey, it's been an honor and a pleasure, Mr. Holloway.
Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me come on to the show.
Absolutely appreciate you for accepting. You already know. Hey, make sure you guys tune in, support the movement, follow him on social media, make sure you get your tickets. I am Megastar, CEO of Loud Money Music Group. You can follow me on Instagram at The Real Megastar 2014. Follow us on Vibe Check, myself, Chanel Ellis, Vibe Check 24. You can also follow her on Chanel Ellis 552. We out. See y'all next week, next Thursday. Thank you.
Stack money successfully. Women wanna get next to me. Numbers don't lie, and I watch her count it carefully. CEO positions do business with opposition. My situation is risen. My mission is in the kitchen. Birds fly south cause it's hot in the winter. Game too advanced to be played by beginners. Got a cold heart like the month of December. Chickens on the table like a serving dinner. All white tee, 12 racks in my pocket. Flash that bread to quit saying stop it. Ice on the face, so you know I had to cop it. And she's trying to figure out why she not shopping. Huh? The block made me a thousandaire. The block is cool, but it's a lot of cowards there. The block is hot, but it can get quite cold there. And I'm known in the hood, cause I'm heavy. This is how we hang in Inglewood. Slang in Inglewood, gang bang in Inglewood. Do our thing in Inglewood. This is my hood, this is my hood. This is my hood, this is my hood. This is how we hang in Inglewood. Slang in Inglewood, gang bang in Inglewood. Do our thing in Inglewood. This is my hood, this is my hood. This is my hood, this is my hood. I spit this shit for my niggas who flip bricks. For my niggas out of town who transport this shit. For my niggas in the kitchen who mix and cook this shit. For my shorties on the block all day getting rich. The game don't change, only dude don't snooze. If you drink, learn to handle your booze. I smoke out in Cali, partied out in Miami. Had sex with plenty of women that claimed they couldn't stand me. I got rich with that sold big cane. Changed the game, but I won't say any names. But I can tell you what a beard is